We've all been there, trying to find the perfect seed for Minecraft. Whether it be for an SMP or a creative build, if you're just trying to find somewhere to play your game for a 2-week Minecraft phase, it's always been a problem. What is a perfect seed? How do you find it? Do you just load up the game? Do you go browse through Reddit? Do you seed crack? Of course, there's all sorts of ways to get a seed in Minecraft, but what is the right way to find a perfect Minecraft seed? But what makes a seed perfect? See, that's one thing that a lot of people would disagree with me on, and I'll cover my point of view in a little bit. However, some people would say the world layout is what's most important. So there has to be a quad witch hut right next to a penta slime chunk, and there needs to be 4 villages within walking distance of spawn with a woodland mansion somewhere nearby, and you also, of course, you have to have a pillager outpost so that you can make your raid farm. Some people prefer stunning scenery. I mean, you look at builders, they look at that terrain at first and they go, what would be cool here? And then they just build something. So sometimes you just want like a mountain and you want to put like this incredible house on its peak that really just says, yes, I'm the king of the world. So it's very subjective what a perfect seed is, and I would love to hear what your definition of a perfect seed is in the comments down below. But let's say you've determined what your perfect seed is, because that's important. If you know what you're looking for, it's a lot easier to find it. So let's find your perfect seed. You've got a list of things that you want in this seed. How do you do it? Well, first things first, open up Minecraft. Just press generate new world. You can fly around in creative or spectator and kind of get a lay of the land and go, is this a world I want to live in? And you'll probably very quickly go, this isn't really what I want. Because the thing about Minecraft worlds is they're so unique. There's so many different types of seeds. Nearly an infinite amount of worlds to be generated. And to just load up the game and hope that it's your perfect world right there is going to be a very small chance. So that's where other tools come into play, like Chunkbase, where you could just generate a new world over and over and over again until you find something that looks interesting to you. You could open up Reddit and browse some of the subreddits in there, and there's plenty of them where you could go, oh yeah, let's go to r/Minecraft seeds and kind of browse the forum a little bit. You could do that, and it would probably yield some really interesting results, but you may also go, somebody else has already played in this seed, mine's not unique enough. That's where some really interesting tools come into play here. You have a great tool called Cubiomes. And Cubiomes, it allows you to search for seeds with certain biomes in certain places, certain structures in certain places. If you want to find a seed that has every biome within a 5,000 block radius, easy enough. It's really easy to use Cubiomes. In fact, I've used it for this video to try to get some of the scenery that I showed you guys. All you gotta do to use Cubiomes is you just gotta tell it what you're looking for, and then let it run. And as long as your computer can keep up and you don't let it run too fast, it'll find you plenty of seeds with your criteria. And then you just gotta go ahead and open those up again, either in Chunkbase or in the game, and kind of just briefly look over it in those other tools to make sure that it does have the things you want, especially since Cubiomes currently isn't updated to the newest version of the game, so it's missing Pale Oak. And if you don't really want to do seed cracking and trying to find that perfect seed, why not make your own? See, there's this other tool called World Painter. Now, it doesn't really give you the survival feel necessarily, but it gives you a lot more control over what your world is going to look like. In fact, it gives you all the control. You can determine exactly what structure goes where. You can determine exactly how you're going to paint it onto the world. Like, is there going to be a mountain here? You actually get to use tools to make your own mountain and determine what blocks go where. You could make a mountain out of snow, or you could go, oh yeah, you know what? I think a mountain made out of purple blocks is better. And boom, there you have it. World Painter is a very powerful tool, and there's a lot to learn there. Same thing with Cubiomes. So if you'd like to see a tutorial for either of those two, please let me know in the comments down below. Say, oh yes, please. a Cubiomes tutorial, or yes plays a World Painter tutorial, and I will do my best to do either or both. I know there are complicated set of tools, and I've had to learn how to use both in my times of playing Minecraft. There are, of course, pros and cons to all of these types of ways to find your perfect seed. I mean, loading the game a ton of times to find your perfect seed, whatever that might be for you, can be time consuming unless you're playing the game a very certain way. Same with Chunkbase. You might be looking for ages and ages and ages, and Reddit, you're looking at seeds, so maybe you don't know what's going to be perfect for you yet, and you're just looking for something that will pique your interest. Going to Reddit, again, can be very time consuming, and it may be that you just don't find a seed there. Cubiomes is probably by far the best tool you can use, just in my opinion, because you have a lot of fine-tuning control there. However, it's very complicated to use. Same thing with World Painter. World Painter is more useful for finding a seed for a map, and it's not even really finding a seed. You're actually making a world, and then you're taking that world and turning it into something else. But it's really helpful for creative builders who just need custom terrain. That's what World Painter is more useful for. So overall, if I were to use any of these methods, I would either just be loading the game or using Cubiomes, depending on what I'm trying to do in that moment. I'd probably just load the game up. Leave the seed blank. Because the truth of the matter is, every world is perfect. It has all these little things to it that provide that inspiration for you to keep moving and keep playing the game. Whether that be that there's this really deep ocean all around spawn, and you can build this insane set of domes to have all these farms spread out throughout your ocean, and it connects up to another piece of mainland. And then there's a huge mountain on that mainland where you put a nice big castle on it. Or maybe you have a amplified world, and you wanted to create all these bridges going from each mountain to the next. Or you're playing in a large biome world, and there's jungle for as far as the eyes can see, and you wanted to put tree houses in each of the trees, and you were putting big rocks in the bottom to kind of create some lore. Every world is unique, every world is special, and every seed provides the player exactly what they need in order to have a world that means something. Every world provides you the inspiration. It's up to you to decide how you're going to utilize it. Now, obviously, that doesn't work for everybody, but for me, that's enough. All I need is just a little bit of randomness, and it gets my creative juices going. So hopefully this video answered your question on how to find the perfect seed in Minecraft. If it did, then please feel free to like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot, helps the video get out to more people, and it tells me to keep making videos like this. If you have anything else you want to learn about in Minecraft, feel free to leave a comment down below asking about it, and I'll probably make the video. And I will hopefully see you guys again very, very soon. Later, everybody.